5. I feel popular. I am so happy you're here this evening. I'm John Eisenhower, and I hope you're enjoying Camp Not Camp. I am in a room, the sanctuary of Eagle Harbor UCC, where I've spent 20 weeks practicing for tonight. We've been doing our live casts using this system, and so hopefully it will sound okay, and things will get going here in a minute. I'm going to do both of the requests I got, and one of them I didn't know before yesterday, and I've already screwed with the lyrics and screwed with the melodies. So, Aaron, this makes up for you messing around with T.R. Ritchie's song. So I hope you like what I did with it, but it's not first, so you'll have to wait around for a little bit for that. While we're waiting for people to show up, this is one from Supertramp. All right, here we go. Give a little bit of your love to me. Give a little bit of my love to you. There's so much that we need to share. Send a smile and show you care. Give a little bit of my life for you. Give a little bit of your time to me. See the man with the lonely eyes, take his hand to be surprised. Give a little bit of your love to me. I'll give a little bit of my life to you. Now's the time that we need to share, so find yourself, we're on our way back home. Going home. Gonna be a journey. Gotta get the feeling right now. Gotta get the feeling right now. Come a long way, can we sing it tonight? It's that one. So, we are on a 2-minute delay between when my lips move in the sanctuary and when you hear them there. But there is a chat box up, and you have my permission to respond. Karen, thank you for your kind emojis. I will interpret them later in Wind Dance. In the meantime, let's move on. One of the requests, just because I didn't know how long your attention span would be, this one was from Janet. I think it has something to do with the theme for the day, but I also just happen to like Loggins and Messina, so there you go. This is Watching the River Run. Well, if you've been thinking you're all that you got, don't feel alone anymore. When we're together, well, you've got a lot. I am the river and you are the shore. Oh, and it goes on and on, watching the river run. swirling and dancing along. We pass by the old willow tree, where lovers caress as we sing them our song, rejoicing together as we greet the sea. And it goes on and on, watching the river run, further and further from things that we've done, leaving it one by one, and we have just begun, watching the river run, listening and learning and yearning, run, river, run. And it goes on and on, watching the river run, further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one, and we have just begun, watching the river run, listening and learning and yearning, run, river, run. And that was all the time it took to get out of tune. So 1 minute, we'll pretend that my body heat is the campfire that's screwing up the tuning. I love it when half of them go up and the other half go down. Oh, geez, fine print, just a minute. Yes, Janet, we should add the song. And it was House at Pooh Corner, which would have been a really good one to request today, but I don't think I have the words for that one along. I will look when I get tired in a minute. But I figured at least getting your one in would be good. I could probably butcher House at Pooh Corner right up until it came to the words, and then that probably wouldn't be good. But I'm going to do an Elton John song. I remember when Rock was young, me and Susie, we had so much fun holding hands and skipping stones. It had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own, but the biggest kick we ever got was doing a thing called the crocodile rock, while the other kids were rocking around the clock. We were hopping and bopping to the crocodile rock. Well, rockin' was something shocking when your feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Well, Lottie Mama, Friday nights when Susie wore her dresses tight, rock-a-da rock was out to the side. You can do this. Nobody's really watching. La, 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 la. Try it again. But the years went by and the rock just died, and Susie went and left me for some foreign guy. Long nights crying by the record machine, dreaming of my Chevy and my old blue jeans. Well, they never killed the thrills we got, burning up to the crocodile rock. Fast as the weeks went past, we really thought the crocodile rock would last. Well, rockin' was something shocking when your feet just can't keep still. Never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Well, Lottie Mama, Friday nights when Susie wore her dresses tight, rockin' was out of sight. Ready? to take it. Ready? I'll walk away from the microphone. You just get softer. There we go. Crocodile Rock. I've been singing a lot of John Prine this spring and early summer, stupid COVID. And so I posted a couple of videos of his, but I decided for this event to adjust the lyrics of the last verse a bit to make it into a camp song. And I do think that the sentiment is quite campy. This is Crazy as a Loon. This is Crazy Out of Tune. It's camp, that's good enough. Back before I was a boob. It's over there. Back before I was a movie star, straight off of the farm. Had a picture of another man's wife, it was tattooed on my arm. With a pack of Camel cigarettes in the sleeve of my t-shirt. Well, I'm heading out to Hollywood just to have my feelings hurt. 'Cause that town will make you crazy as a loon. Walking round in circles, I did it wrong. That town will make you crazy, just give it a little time, there it is. You'll be walking round in circles, down on Hollywood and Vine. Waiting on that phone call, at the wrong end of a broom. That town will make you crazy, this way it rhymes, crazy as a loon. So I'm headed out to Nashville to become a country star. Every night you'll see me hanging at every honky-tonkin' bar. Well, pretty soon I would have met a woman, pretty soon she'd done me wrong. Pretty soon my life got sadder than any country song. And that town will make you crazy, just give it a little time. Walking round in circles, looking for a country rhyme. Waiting on the phone call, you're at the wrong end of a broom. That town will make you crazy as a loon. So I gathered up my savvy, bought myself a business suit, headed up to New York City, where a man can make some loot. Got hired Monday morning, downsized that afternoon. Overcome with grief that evening, now I'm crazy as a loon. So I'm dreaming of in Simpson and just staring at the lake, wondering just exactly how much they think a man can take. I'll sing and watch the campfire underneath the stars and moon. This old world has made me crazy as a loon. Lord, this world can make you crazy as a loon. Thank you, John. It goes out to my Chicago contingent because John was big time Chicago fan and Chicago native. Oh, you see this glasses thing is kind of annoying me, but you deserve it, so I'll get animated. Yes, the chat is working. Thank you. Build calluses. Actually, they're built, but thank you. Twist and shout will have to be later, and I'll see if I have the words for that. Just as a reminder, I did cut off requests at 5, so we may be doing this again for another time. But thank you for the suggestions, and if I can pull it out of a hat or whatever convenient orifice occurs to me, we'll do that. It's a John Hyatt song. And one that I am so happy, this kind of is for Janet, because I think for much of the last few weeks she was going, is this actually going to work? But will there actually be stuff and the buttons and stuff and the wet? It will work, right? So yeah, so here it is. Have a little faith in me. Jeez. I may have prepared too many songs since you're going to hear that song a lot tonight. When the road gets dark and you can no longer see, let my love throw out a spark. Have a little faith in me. And when the tears that you cry are all that you can believe, give my loving arms a try. Have a little faith. Have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. Have a little faith. Have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. And when your secret heart can't speak so easily, come here, darling, for a whispering start, and have a little faith in me. And when your back is up against the wall, turn around, you're gonna see. I will catch you in your fall, baby. Just have a little faith in me. 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 I've been loving you that long time, girl, expecting nothing in return. You and me, just have a little faith in me. See, time is our friend, 'cause with us, there's no end. All you gotta do, have a little faith in me and plan to be it in Sitsa next summer. I will hold you up, I will hold you up. Your love gives me strength enough. Have a little faith in me. Just a little faith in me. All right, and that was kind of a foreshadowing for trying the song that I hadn't heard before yesterday. So, and now see if I can remember it after practicing it, but now singing some other songs along with it. But first, a word from our audience. Never doubted me, Janet. I'm so happy to hear that. But nonetheless, I'm so happy this is working. It's really weird. I can look over here and see myself still playing the last song. So while I'm talking, you're listening to that, but never mind. Song that I heard. In the same old reckless city where great Antonio died, on an island in a river with a mountain at its side, I came to scatter ashes of the bridges I had burned, and I know the name of the song I heard. I know the name of the song. Get this cable right. This song deserves better than this. I'm sorry. That's the run that I heard. Like a moonlight mathematician, I subtracted my concerns. I doubled down my options, I divided my returns. I sacrificed that angel that was tugging at my shirt. I was already named by the song that I heard, already claimed by the song I heard. I caught the shadow of a girl. Her shoes were tied together and my face was in the dirt. Her gentle eyes said everything before she said a word, and I knew I was changed by the song that I heard. Yeah, I knew right away it was that song I heard. In a cult of desperation, we stay behind the curve. No one here admits we're getting more than we deserve. I was born into the first world, she was born into the third. We were already named by the songs that we've heard, already claimed by the songs we heard. Did you make me out at Phoenix from the ashes of a bird? Did we build a palace and then watched as it burned? It's kind of like a lesson has to be unlearned like a fool maker, fault taker, forsaker, heartbreaker, an earthquaker, show me, soothsayer, moon prayer, a sun slayer, a yes sayer, mistaker, rattlesnaker, we're all already changed. Already changed by the songs we heard. That was 24 hours work. I'll work on it. But beautiful song. Thank you for suggesting that, and thank you for introducing me to it. I like it. That one is a Bar Brothers song. By the way, I think Dee is starting up a porch time also. So if you guys want to gab at each other and point and remark on how much I'm sweating and stuff like that, you can do it at the same time if you have the bandwidth. If you don't have enough bandwidth for 2 streams, then please stay here with me. I'm lonely enough in an empty sanctuary without thinking that you're going away. Oh, we're getting popular. We're double digits, people. We're double digits. Sherry, thank you. Nice comment. Dee is being sarcastic, but she might just get Girl from Ipanema, since that was actually in the news. Ipanema was, and Freebird ain't happening. Sorry, love. But this is a song for Dee, because, you know, it's kind of like her requesting something when I sing something that... Bad to forget that string. So not only was a song I learned just yesterday, it was an alternate tuning song. And that alternate tuning was actually on purpose, as opposed to this one, which is just a gift of the evening and my sweaty body. This is a seldom seen song, Tim O'Brien, like I used to do. All those old lovers out there was a time we'd be the last to leave, watching the sun come up while everyone fell asleep. The music was always loud. I'd smoke and drink too much till I'd fall in your arms and into your loving touch. And now as the years roll by and time has reeled me in, I've slowed down a notch or two from the way things were then. Those old ways of mine, left them behind. Those crazy days are through. The only thing I still do, like I used to do, is carry this torch for you. I remember the days when I'd pack my bags and run, chasing some crazy dream out into the morning sun. And now as the twilight falls, I find that I'm satisfied watching a fire glow, as long as you're by my side. And here in my heart it seems time has passed me by. I love you as much today as that very first time. Those old ways of mine, left them behind. Those crazy days are through. The only thing I still do, like I used to do, is carry this torch for you. I still want to love you the way that I wanted you then. If I could do it all over, I'd do it over again. Those old ways of mine, left them behind. And those crazy days are through. The only thing I still do, like I used to do, is carry this torch for you. The only thing I still do, like I used to do, is carry this torch for you. You didn't want syrup with your evening, right? I just assumed. Hey, okay, just go see how that went over. Oh, thanks for the emojis, thanks for the comments. Always nice. I'm going to hydrate because if you can't tell, I'm losing this much every song. All right, Tom Paxton song. It's a long and a dusty road, it's a hard and a heavy load, and the folks I meet, they ain't always kind. Some are bad and some are good, some have done the best they could, and some have tried to ease my trouble in mind. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound and where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound and where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Now we've had the adrenaline verse out of the way. We're going to slow it down to where you can hear the words and I can sing them. I've been wandering through the land, trying to do the best I can, trying to find out what I was meant to do. And the people that I see look as worried as can be, and it looks like they're wandering too. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound and where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Well, I had me a buddy back home, but he started out to roam, and I hear he's out by that Frisco Bay. Sometimes when I've had a few, his old voice comes ringing through. I'm going out to see him one fine day, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound and where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound and where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. But if you see me passing by and you sit and you wonder why, and you wish that you were a rambler too, nail your shoes to the kitchen floor, lace them up, bar the door, thank your stars for that roof that's over you. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound and where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where great song. So the other guy who died last year that had a lot of impact on me, even though, I mean, it's weird. Guy Clark, one of the magic West Texas troubadours who just wrote songs that were simple, straightforward, honest, and you may never heard of him, but you've heard his songs. This is one that I like. Oh, hang on. Let me go see if he said anything. That doesn't matter because I already sang the last song. But, oh, picture and lyrics for a Cat Came Back song. I'm so excited about that. I was worried that was going to be a bust, and I was going to have to write all the verses myself. So thank you so much for that, David. I'm looking forward to seeing it when we get there. Other people don't leave this page or the stream will end. But when this is over, sometime after Campfire, let's go see how we're doing on all those contributions. Otherwise, Friday night's going to go really fast. Again, one goes up, one goes down. We'll go with that. I'd play the Red River Valley. He'd sit in the kitchen and he'd cry, run his fingers through 70 years of living, and wonder, Lord, has every well I've dug run dry? We were friends, he and this old man, like desperados waiting on a train. Desperados waiting on a train. He's a drifter and a driller and a driller of oil. He's an old school man of the world, and he'd let me drive his car when he was too drunk to, and he'd wink and give me money for the girls. Our lives are like some old Western movie, just like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train. Well, from the time that I could walk, he'd take me with him to a bar called the Green Frog Cafe. There were old men with beer guts and dominoes. They're all lying about their lives while they played. And I was just a kid they called his sidekick, just like desperados waiting on a train. Desperados waiting on a train. Well, one day I looked up, he's pushing 80, and there's brown tobacco stains all down his chin. To me, he's one of the heroes of this country. So why the hell's he all dressed up like them old men? Drinking beer, playing moon and 42, just like desperados waiting on a train. Desperados waiting on a train. Well, a day before he died, I went to see him. I was grown, he was almost gone. We just closed the door and dreamed us up a kitchen and sang another verse of that old song. Jack, son of a bitch is coming, like desperados waiting for a train. Desperados waiting for a train, just like desperados waiting for a train. Guy Clark song. Oh gosh, he's versatile. All right. I'm going to call it a Charlie Williams song so you don't recognize it until I start singing it. But depending on who the artist was, Bobby got spelled with just an I or an IE or a Y, and I kind of like that gender fluid love song, me and Bobby McGee. From the Kentucky coal mine to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. We're through all kinds of weather, Lord, through everything I've done. Bobby, baby, kept me from the cold. Well, in somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. But I'd trade all of my tomorrows for one single yesterday, holding Bobby's body next to mine. Well, and freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, and nothing, ain't nothing if it's free. And feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me, good enough for me and Bobby McGee. That was good enough for me, good enough for me and Bobby McGee. I like that song. Hi, Jim. We're streaming a concert.
Oh.
But we may have a bell in the middle of this next song.
It's going to be another 10 minutes.
All right, in 10 more minutes. So after this song. So coming up next is tuning. I didn't know this was a Guy Clark song also. In fact, I always forget it's a Guy Clark song until I look at the credits and see that this is a Guy Clark song. Oh, something's going on. Um, oh, look, you guys are chatting amongst yourself. I love that. Hey, Mary, welcome. Good to have you here. So there's this notion that when we're together in the same room, in the same place, especially when it's someplace as special to all of us as Camp in Sidson, that there's a natural erosion of all those defenses that we carry around with us that are actually not only doubled and tripled when we go online, but are hardened. And so I know this experience this week it's hard to get past that we're still all the same people. We are in a safe environment. If you didn't log in and register, you can't see this, you can't see the other stuff on the site. So my hope is that you guys will treat each other like family here and get along. So this song kind of gets to the sentiment of that for me. And it's just this vulnerability song of inviting somebody in. And this, interestingly, Guy Clark never recorded this song. He said it was the first song he ever wrote, and he just could see the flaws, and that's what I love about it. Lyle Lovett picked it up and did record it. It's called Step Inside This House. That picture hanging on the wall was painted by a friend. He gave it to me all down and out when he owed me about 10. It doesn't look like much, I guess, but it's all that's left of him. Shouldn't I right over here when the lights get a little dim? Step inside my house, I'll sing for you a song. Let me tell you about what I've been through. Shouldn't take that long. Show you all the things I own, my treasures, you might say. Probably not more than $10 worth, but it brightens up my day. Oh, here's a little book of poems I got from a girl I used to know. I guess I read it front to back more than 50 times or so. All about the good life, staying at ease with the world. You know, it's funny, I sure love that book, but I never loved that girl. Step inside my house, I'll sing for you a song. Let me tell you about where I have been, it ain't gonna take that long. Show you all the things I own, my treasures, you might say. Couldn't be much more than $10 worth, but they brighten up my day. Oh look, hold this piece of glass up to the light that's shining through the door. It's prism glass I found on the road, can you see that little rainbow? Well, it's not really a prism, I guess it just broke in a funny way. Found it on my way through Houston when I was headed for LA. Won't you step inside my house? I'll sing for you a song. Tell you about where I have been, it won't take very long. Show you all the things I own, my treasures, you might say. Not more than $10 worth, but they brighten up my day. This guitar here was given to me by an old guy named Thomas Gray. I know it ain't much to look at, but I play it every day. It's been across the country for, 50 times by now. Between me and that old man Tom, it never got much rest, no how. Step inside my house, I'll sing to you a song. Tell you about where I have been, it ain't gonna take too long. Show you all the things I own, my treasures, you might say. Couldn't be more than $10 worth, but it helps me through that day. Well, That's about all I own, and all I care to, I guess. Oh, well, except for this here pair of boots and that funny yellow vest. And, well, there's that leather jacket and the leather bag hanging on the wall. Just so it's not too much to carry. Hey, could I see you again in the fall? Step inside my house, I'll sing for you a song. Tell you about where I have been, it won't take very long. Show you all the things I own, my treasures, you might say. Ain't much more than $10 worth, but it helps me through my day. Just plain vulnerable. Like that one. Oh, hi, Brenda. I've always wanted to be on your TV screen. I'm happy to be there. Thank you. Here, look. I'll break for an advertisement. Cool and refreshing lime water. And just to add risk to the live broadcast, it's carbonated, so if I belch, it just adds to everybody's enjoyment. Ralph McTell, expat Brit, spent time in Dublin, spent time in Paris, and a lot of time in London as a street musician and writing music that shows up in, you've heard his songs. They've been all over. This one made the top 100 in UK, and I think it was mentioned on a chart in the US. You may know it, but one of the songs that reminds us that those hollow eyes that you pass in the street are actual people. So there you go. This is Streets of London. The Streets of London with an E flat in it. Oh, and an A flat. And a D flat. I mean, these are going to be high. Did we all agree to drop this time? No. Where are the roadies when you need them? Streets of London. Have you seen the old man at the closed down market, picking up the papers with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and hanging loosely at his side, yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. How can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Have you seen the old dear who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags. No time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in 2 paper bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you, son, don't you? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Oh, timely. he may have waited for me to stop singing, but there's our bell at 8 o'clock each evening. From Eagle Harbor Congregational UCC on beautiful Bainbridge Island, courteous and kind enough to allow me to use the equipment that I installed and organized and made work and is now working. We'll just call this a quality test, not really exploiting the situation at all. I appreciate y'all hanging out. In my life this year, memory issues have been cropping up in various places within people I love. And another Chicago boy, John Prine, died. John Prine got his start when another musician, Steve Goodman, who found out as a business person he had leukemia and was going to die within a few years, and dropped everything and said, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die a musician. And so every single day of his music career, he knew he was dying of leukemia. And so every time somebody said, hey, you should go on this show, you should do this interview, let me introduce you to a guy who will help you get rich and famous, he'd say, well, you don't want me. Here, talk to this guy. And John Prine was the guy he brought along. So John Prine really gives Steve credit for launching his career. Ironically, the song I'm going to do, which Steve Goodman recorded, he didn't write. It was credited to a good friend of his, and he said he doesn't know how the guy wrote the song because he was never married and he's never been to Holland. But this is the Dutchman. The Dutchman's not the kind of man who keeps his thumb jammed in a dam that holds his dreams. But that's a secret only Margaret knows. My little finger is going to be disciplined later. Let me get this right. There it is. And when Amsterdam is golden in the summer, Margaret brings him breakfast, she believes him. Even when he thinks the tulips bloom beneath the snow, yeah, he's as mad as he can be. Margaret only sees that sometimes. Sometimes she sees her unborn children in his eyes. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls climb above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man. Margaret remembers that for me. Well, the Dutchman still wears wooden shoes. His cap and coat are parched with love. Margaret sewed them. That was patched. Sometimes he thinks he's still in Rotterdam, and he watches tugboats down canals, calls out to him when he thinks he knows the captain. And Margaret comes and takes him home again, but through the unforgiving streets that can trip him. Though she holds his arm sometimes, he thinks he's alone, and he calls her name. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls climb above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man. Now only Margaret, she remembers that for me. Well, the winters whirl the windmills round. She winds his muffler tighter. They sit in the kitchen. tea with whiskey, keep away the dew. And he sees her for a moment, calls her name, she makes his bed up, singing some old love song. She learned it first when the song was very new. She hums a line or two, they hum together in the dark. The Dutchman falls asleep, Margaret blows the candles out. And let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls climb above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man. Margaret remembers that for me. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls climb above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man. Margaret, please remember me. Makes me verklempt. Oh, still here? Oh, we still got people. I'm happy about that. Thank you. Hey, no Yuri. I'm happy you're here. Very pleasant surprise to have you join us. And hope things are well with the goats and the garden. No Yuri's a member of our church and has a really lovely property that occupies her time and energy. In case you need a lesson, I keep picking up different picks because they really change the tone of a song. So this is the same chords I just played with the pick I should play on this song. There's a lighthouse in the harbor, giving guidance with its light. No one to return to as I wander through the night. From the first time that I saw you, standing silent by the shore, I knew my search was over. I would look for love no more. Well, deep in the waters of love I'm falling, sinking like a stone. Deep in my heart I can hear love calling, going once, going twice, going gone, going once, going twice, going gone. There's a ship on the horizon, making its way against the wind. From the place where I stand watching, I swear my ship is coming in. Deep in the waters of love I'm falling, sinking like a stone. Deep in my heart I can hear love calling, going once, going twice, going gone, going once, going twice, going deep in the water in my heart I can hear love calling, going once, going twice, going gone, going once, going twice, going gone. You may know Nancy Griffith's version of that. Let me think if I have any of the two songs that were mentioned. Well, three songs are mentioned, but I'm not doing Cat Came Back. Sorry, not here. I'm not doing Free Bird. Just make the point I could do with Free Bird. If I leave here tomorrow, will you still remember me? There, Brenda, take it. What else do we have? Oh, Karen asked for Spirit, and since Karen took the time to tune in, I'm going to sing it. I did happen to bring a songbook along. I don't know what year, but I don't think it will matter for Spirit. It's durable. That song is durable. And deserves a sip of water before I sing it. Oh, look at all those keys. Spirit, Spirit of gentleness, blow through the wilderness, calling and free. Spirit, Spirit of restlessness, stir me from placidness, wind on the sea. I love it. I have one of the old books where it has restlessness twice, so I'm going to have to remember that. You can help me. You moved on the water, you called from the deep, you coaxed up the mountains from the valleys of sleep, and over the eons you called to each thing, wake from your slumber and rise on your wings. Spirit of gentleness, blow through the wilderness, calling and free. Spirit, Spirit of passiveness, stir me from placidness, wind on the sea. Well, it says restlessness twice. I sang placidness twice. Sorry about that. I know Jim, and he's rolling his eyes right now, but that's nonetheless, he's glad we're singing his song too. You swept through the desert, stung with the sand, then you goaded your people with a law and a land. And when they were blinded with their idols and lies, you spoke to your prophets to open their eyes. Spirit, Spirit of gentleness, blow through the Spirit of restlessness, stir me from placidness, wind on the sea. You sang in a stable, you cried from a hill, then you whispered in silence when the whole world was still. Down in the city, you once again you blew to your people on the rush. Spirit, spirit of gentleness, blow through the wilderness, calling and free. Spirit, spirit of restlessness, stir me from placidness, wind on the sea. You call from tomorrow, you break ancient schemes, from the bondage of sorrow, the captives dream dreams. Women see vision, our men clear their eyes with bold new decisions. Your people arise. Oh, spirit, spirit of gentleness, blow through the wilderness, calling and free. Spirit, spirit of restlessness, stir me from placidness, wind on the sea. I may actually be running out of gas. It's been a gas, but now that it's been the gas is no more. But I will do one from the songbook that I kind of like anyway. Again, you can say who wrote it. It's an old Doc Pomus song. You remember Doc. But anymore, it's probably more of a Bublé song for many of you. But it's a great one. Save the Last Dance for Me. I like it in kind of the little ballroom dance rhythm. Ballroom dance, not jitterbug. You can dance, and every dance with the guy who gave you the eye and let him hold you tight. And sing every smile for the man who holds your hand beneath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home, in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Know the music's fine, it's like a sparkling wine. Now go and have your fun. Laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to just anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home, and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know you love you so? Feel it when we touch, never ever gonna let you go. You know I love you so much. You can dance, go on and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, then can he take you home? You gotta tell him no. And don't forget who's taking you home, and in whose arms you're gonna be. And darling, save the last dance for me. I said, darling, save the last dance for me. I said, darling, save the last dance for me. Yeah, let's get fancy. Pull out a bit. And say, I am so grateful to you coming to camp, and grateful for you hanging out with me tonight, and let you know that we still have a campfire for you that was filmed on the Nooksack River by a bunch of very eager and very musical hamsters. Well worth your time. Many songs there, and perhaps some repeats. I don't know. Didn't really pay attention to overlap. I don't think they did Last Dance, though. I don't think so. And then also, porch time will be, if it hasn't started or is going to start, I really have lost track of time. So it's at 9-ish until we're done-ish. And I'll probably see you there after I packed up and gone home and relaxed a bit. But love you all. Thank you so much for being at camp. And if there's big groundswell of demand, I don't mind doing this again, but we'll see you.